So as finished as it's gonna get. Still letting it dry. I tried to put stuff on it, and you can see that I put some marks on it. But there it is, nice and copper shiny. And it was a lot better. And then I stuck my hand on it and put fan print, a thumb print, pinky print. You can still see the pinky print. I can still see the pinky print. There it is. There you are. Yeah. So, I guess one more coat. But for now, that's good. That's solid. It's much better than it was. And that's going to go on top. Boom, boom. And be golden. And that'll just rest there until we get to the point where I'm putting the mast back up. Because I still got to go down to the bottom and tear apart the box that was built on and put forward. Because that will not stand. So those are done, except for one side on all of them. I got my mark laid on that, if we can see it. Let's see. Hey, there you can see it. And whoop, I got this thing cut right there and right there. And I'll do the bottom cut with my oscillating tool tomorrow under full sun. Had 3 days of shade, and my batteries are right now sitting at what does that say? 12.1. That's 90%. So that's not too bad. Oh, hi. Yeah. But that's what it looks like now. Everything's kind of sealed up and looking beautiful. Okay, new day. Progress is made. Basically, with the sunshine after yesterday's charge, I was turning this on at 80%, and it would run just fine for a while. And every time I started and stopped, I would have to pause and I would think about it for a little bit. But while not the straightest cut in the world with an oscillating tool, not a bad cut. A little bit of an angle, not quite straight. Probably a better designator. Let's see, got a half piece going in there. Another piece coming in there. And then another one on top. And we should be good. Put that in. Put the next in. Glass everything. Yay. Now I'm going to clean this up a bit and run the sander. My sander that I got at Goodwill. Thank you, Goodwill. Although I shoulda, woulda, coulda gotten some 80 grit sandpaper for it. I may still. It actually wouldn't be a bad idea. Go to the store and pick that up. But we'll see. Excuse me. Right now, still breakfast time. Second cup of coffee. Sun has been up for a little while now. For the record, it is, oh, there we go, 9:17. Oh, just past a freckle. 10:23. Hail airs. Beautiful day. Okay, update 257. Stuck something in the hole. It's one of those fancy solar type path lights from the dollar store. Get that set, all filled in. Got my sander set there, ready to start sanding once I filter up and get all this shit covered and cleaned up and all that fanciness. Huzzah! Just listening to the Ocean Cruisers podcast. Let's see, before I can put all that stuff in there, I need to sand all of that, epoxy that in, because none of that's epoxied, and start some glass work, because I'm going to glass this in. I'm going to put glass from about, well, basically from over here, the edge of that, all the way over the edge of that, down the sides, so I'm tabbing into this tabbing on both sides to there. Then there's going to be a piece of 2x4 up, a little chunk there and a little chunk there. Those will be screwed in. They'll be epoxied in place and then screwed in with the epoxy glue behind them, and then glassed over. And then I'll have the first piece come down. I'll put a piece of glass around the second piece so that the tabbing will come from the top, down, around, and up, creating more strength in that triple I-beam. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, and then there's going to be uprights, 5 of them, 1 in the corner, 1 there, 3 in the center for the mast, 1 there and 1 there, and then 2 2x4s on top, and then the mast step, and then that'll be everything, and that'll be all of it. And yes, I do work naked half the time. Alright, I got all this set up. Oh, what a mess, but it's been filled in, and it's got glass coming up, over, down, under, up, over, and down. So that should be good and solid. I'll let that completely set up now that I've made a complete and utter mess. I'm going to have to reassess my spacing for the rest of it. But I'm about halfway through that. Oh, joy. It's weird to be looking back and seeing the mast down still. Every time I see it, she looks like she's partially naked, covering herself with her arm, going, "Oh, mercy!" But inside, the mast is looking and feeling quite good. Mast step and the bulkhead. I am heading in to grab some spray foam. It's already been an adventure today. I was waiting for the battery on this thing to charge, which it has. Well, it's up to 12.1. Close enough. Close enough. But, those wires have been boiled a little bit. Tempering the wires. Just been moseying along. I could go into high gear, but it's harder on the wires, harder on the everything. I'll just mosey. Boat looks pretty good. Looks like my tanks are about half full. And, oh, my pinky been there the whole time. Hello, people. Yeah, don't look at that boat there. Look at that boat right there. Hard. Where am I? Where am I? I'm disappearing. It's hard to see. It's right there. I'll see her. Okay. That's enough silliness. I got battery, keys. There's going to the same place where my paddleboard was stolen, along with this dude's kayak. That boat there that I was hiding in the thing. There's Hunter's boat right there. And then there's No Expectations and a couple other boats. Peanut Island in the background. Not a bad place to hang out. Apparently, I keep hearing about this here snorkeling adventure. You know, supposedly right out there, set up by the Eagle Scouts. So one of these days, once I finish all the work on that, which is going to be, there she blows. That should be, oh goodness, I don't know. Is the camera going to break? Better keep the glasses on just in case. What was I saying? Oh yes, the repairs. So basically, those should be done. The bulk of the repair will be done this evening. The finishing of the repair space with paint, bilge paint, and all that stuff can wait. The structure is already 90% done, and it will be accomplished very rapidly this evening, and then just let it cure for 48 hours, and I can, or 72, and I can throw some bilge paint on it, and be good. But I don't have any bilge paint, so I don't think I'm going to go all the way to Lowe's just to buy some bilge paint. Not when that project, the whole bilge needs to be done, so I feel like I might as well wait until I got a soda blaster in my hand and can get it all done properly. So that's the plan. But definitely stronger and more reinforced than she was, and that's the goal for the weight of about probably 50 to 80 pounds, which is a lot on a sailboat. I have the mast where she's supposed to be. We do so much. And we do it wrong so often. For instance, I very much recognize and validate the fact that I may be doing things wrong and screwing up royally. And you know what? If that's the case, then I shall learn from it and continue on. But based on my world's life experience and the sailing that I have done in my life, and the understanding of physics as I understand it, tells me that the mast needed to move forward. Everything that I felt on the boat told me the mast needed to move forward, and when I found a hole already there from the factory, looking like it was the right spot, I used it. So if that's wrong, then I guess I'm wrong. And then I matched the bottom to do that. So yeah. All right, had my coffee. Have not had breakfast yet. There's sawdust in the bottom of that. But got the spray foam in and got a piece cut and kind of hammered it down in to texture it rather than trying to texture that, to get that to fit in there just so. There's a little bit of a lip, and then of course when I put the glass in and glue it in, there'll be a little bit more of a lift, so I need to take it down a little bit more. This side over here has to go down even further. Let's see, where'd that little piece go? Where did you put it, Mr. Bigfoot? Cut this off. We're doing it right here, and there it is. Yes, I'm attempting to keep stuff off screen. So this one, well, there's not really a straight line on that, but that gives you an idea of how off it is. And that, like right there, let's see, camera angles, I gotta look at the camera angle. Right there is pretty good, but it's still high here, so I gotta shave this whole piece down. So I gotta make a piece that goes here and slips all the way over. So I've got a contiguous edge. So this piece is gonna end up coming in somewhere like that, or something. I'll figure something out with it. Making puzzle pieces. It's been about a week. I took a week off the boat. Hung out with a friend of mine, a few friends of mine, down in Boca. And now I've come back and I forgot to film. So I've been cleaning up and making a mess. So I vacuumed everything and swept it all up and got all the dust out. Prepped this space. The heat generated from the resin setting melted the foam. So I just had too much in there, so now I've just been making small sections of small layers of Bondo there, the automotive stuff, because why? Because it's a high bond filler. No shrinking, paintable, permanent. I don't have to mix it up in the same way with all the micro balloons and everything else. I'd rather save my stash of that for the important stuff. Meaning the things that I want smooth finish and everything else. This, I want that smooth finish, but I don't care about the smooth finish as much in the moment. I mean, I am seriously considering just taking some fabric and epoxying the fabric over as the final layer, and then sanding it smooth and using a clear epoxy on that final layer. We'll see if that happens or not, but I do have some old Tommy Bahama shirts that have started ripping up, and that's my intention, is to use them for decorative patches on the boat. So at this point I'm going to fill in a little bit more. I mean, I'm getting there. I had it all nice and level, and then my pour created too much heat and it sucked it all down and mushed it all out. So now I'm just building it up slowly. Got this part smoothed out again. Yeah, there you go. Oh, wait a minute. Can you see me? I've been holding this up and talking to that, thinking you could see me, but that's because I'm looking at the wrong thing. There we go. Now I can look at it and see me. Yeah. Anyway, this is still good. That's still good. I need to draw some lines on this so I know where to the placement, because it's perfect. I did tap this forward. That's where it sits. So it's right there at the front edge of that 2x4. Comes all the way up and sits right there. I'm going to make sure it's square, because every time I tap it, it wants to spin just a wee bit. Yeah. Yeah. And make sure that the hole is lined up properly. There we go. Joys. Happy, happy. Joy, joy. Let's see. Ooh, hey. Hey, I can almost see myself. I look so svelte, so good. And don't worry, the pants are sealed. It's just the old French style flap with the other flap over, because they are way too big for me now. Ha ha. Well, here I am. There's that. Marked out where it goes. I should probably sand the inside of that while I'm sanding. But this is all going smooth and nice. One more layer of fill, and then do something up there, and then glass that whole thing in front and back with 3 or 4 sheets. And then on the sides and the back, it'll all be tabbed in. On the front, I gotta pull this floor before I can tab it in. That's gonna wait for a little while, but otherwise, oh joy, there's still a little bit of dust running around in here. Okay, boys and girls, ladies and germs, here we have, just finished. Yeah, it's not flat. It'll flatten itself out over time. I got some drips from sweat. That's a shaped piece. I'm going to cut holes and fill all those voids with spray foam or something like that to give it some stability, and then finish glassing the rest of it.
more on the inside. Basically, those pieces. I'll do that face right there to tie it together. But that's gonna require more money. So here we are, and that's that. So now I can install this mast again. Back up, I drew lines where it goes, and it's directly behind this 2x4 right here. Boom, boom, boom. So it sits right there on that, and good to go. But for now, I'm gonna let all that set up.
Okay, that's the mess. A final cleanup from making that freehand with the oscillating tool, oscillating cutter, side cutter, flat cutter, whatever you want to call it. Clean it up. Oh! This thing is installed with a laser, telling me exact center. So my eyeball was pretty good, but not great. I got a hole in here, so I can bring my mast wires in because I covered them up with the construction. And put a coat of paint on it, and it's literally just copper spray paint, copper colored spray paint. Why copper? Because it looks cool. That's why. Actually, it looks cooler than I thought it would. Next time I'll make more raised bumps and such, and kind of try a textured thing for it, like I did with drywall. Just because. Anyway, that's the update. Oh, so clean up one more side. Think I'm going to make a double hatch in here, something that comes up like that. Although I was considering a slide one side or the other, which is kind of nice, but supporting the weight of somebody sitting there, as I know I'm gonna do, because let's face it, it's part of the couch. So, and ultimately part of the bed. So it's got to have a cover. Now I figure it's just going to come down to here, go straight back, be level with this. We'll have something to catch it here, and I'll figure that out a little bit later. Okay, boys and girls, ladies and germs, a little bit of cleanup and rearranging there. Looking at getting rid of the AC unit there, if anybody wants it. I don't know if it'll still be around, it might be gone. Changing the load layout of my space. Oh my goodness, it feels so good. Holy mackerel. I mean, I cleaned the sink. Did all the dishes. Cleaning up the area. I made a seat cushion. Well, the cushion, part of the seat cushion. So that's nice. Figured out some other stuff, but feels so good to be this close to get my mast back up. And I figure if I can sell that AC unit, it'll be good. But I got stuff put away. This goes in that bin underneath all that shit, which I need to go through. And once I go through, it'll clean it all up. But I built like 5 things and then moved everything. So, yeah. But yay! Yay! Gotta clear the aisle. Yay! Okay, it is 9:30. My mast is going up today. Did not record last night. Did not record anything. Tools are out. I have replaced my crappy black line with that nice new one. Those are still okay for now, and I don't have the replacements for them. I have my anchor light working. My upper light is not working. When I get scooch it down a little bit more so I can access it and read it. And then I need to test my wind vane, see if it's actually putting out a reading. But there's no doohickey on the bottom down here, which it looks like it's supposed to spin, right? That's all torn up and broken, so I'm guessing that's nothing. Actually, I'm not even gonna bother. I will hook it up inside if I can find the wires, which I think I just found. But there we go. We got blue, yellow, black going up here, which tells me that blue, yellow, black. Okay, good. Good. Got everything. Oh, there's the black line I took off. It's shall we say, less than ideal and older than it needs to be. Reminds me of the Harbor Freight utility ropes people would have. Got my spreaders there. Oh, getting my lines set and sorted, and trying to make sure that I've got everything set and sorted. Came out, took the box off, brought my battery out, tested everything. I'm bad a light bulb on that blue line, but now I know that it goes with the black for the mast light, and then, or for the running lights, sailing lights, whatever. And then I have an extra wire, which I'm not sure what it goes to, but there's one cut off up there, so that would make sense. All my lines are here. I've been working off of the dock out there, and it's been good. But there's no real way for me to set up at the moment out here. And I have just been working since before dawn up here. Actually, before first light, I was awake and started working on this and coming out and untying my stuff and just slowly looking at it, thinking about it, working through it. What do I got to do? What's going on? How? Who? Why? All that fun stuff. So, yep, it's a progress in work, and I am going to do my best to continue to do it. I might make another cup of coffee. Got everything in here, is all spread out. Got to get my light bulbs out. I've torn through that 2 or 3 times now. I'm looking for the hardware. What did I do with the hardware when I took the mast down? I mean, really. Come on, Bigfoot. I shoulda, woulda, coulda stuck it in an appropriate container and set it aside, but then I did a whole bunch of rebuild and everything else, and so I kind of just needed it out of my way. I think I dumped it into something. I'm not sure where that something is. Kind of need that. So, yeah. But, got my new steering system set up. Pretty much steer from anywhere in the back. I can shorten this rope, but I got to decide where I'm going to run it first. Right now it's just tied together. A couple of lines.